Hey guys, this is Shane and welcome to my Curator of the Lost channel. Today, let's talk about a Be on the Lookout item. It's one of those BOLO items that you can sell into the hype. And I just found one at a thrift store, and I think it's got good resale potential. And then I was looking, I'm like, I even have one of these on my shelf that's on my to sell list that I need to just get out there and do it now. So hey, as always, I appreciate the views. I look forward to your comments and thoughts on this, and subscribe. We'll keep doing this and see what happens. So with that, let's jump right in. There's often items, when there's things that happen either, in the entertainment industry, the, social media, whatever, that can drive interest on an item. And it's like, if you happen to have that item, its value can go up dramatically just with what's happening with a music release or a movie release or something of that nature. Remember a few months ago when they were gonna ban some of the Dr. Seuss books, and there were some of those books that there was a window there before eBay cut them off, or if you had those, the prices went up to several $100s for these books that probably the day before you weren't getting a tenth of what they went for. So one item to be on the lookout for now is any book associated with Dune. This is Frank Herbert's Dune series. I have to confess, I'm a big science fiction guy, but I have never been able to finish Dune. For 50 years, if I pick it up, I might make it, if I make 50 pages in, it's good. I've tried it. It's just one I would never read. So, recently it's been released in the movies, HBO Max. I think you can watch it there. And what was interesting, I was in a thrift store and I saw this cover, Children of Dune. What struck me about this didn't make me think about the movie, but I didn't recognize this cover. In the 70s, a lot of the Dune books were the brown covers, just the standard, there's Dune, Dune Messiah, God Emperor of Dune, Children of Dune. Then there was all this Dune chapter house books that Herbert's, I think his son ended up finishing or writing with other authors later. But this one caught my attention because I didn't recognize this cover. So it wasn't so much that I was thinking of Dune, but I saw it and it's like, what is this? So it turns out this is a UK variant. This is a UK variant, early paperback, Children of Dune. It's got some wraparound artwork. And I looked this up. I just put in Children of Dune PB for paperback. And I found this one and one other UK variant selling for $105. Paperbacks. Now, it looked like they were in better condition of this. This one, if you see it, it's got some wear and tear, but I got this for $1. With the current pricing, this may be a $40 book. We'll see. But it got me thinking. I remembered I had a Dune hardback. All right. Now, this is not a $10,000 hardback. And I'll get into that in a second. I won the dust jacket split. If you look on the inside of the dust jacket remnant, it actually does say book club edition. Did give away that it's not a true first. The true first editions of Dune will run, $8,000 or $10,000 if you ever find them. The key on that is if you ever see something where the boards are blue or green, you found either a first or second edition. I think all first editions are blue. I think there might have been a later edition that maybe have been blue, but if it's blue, it's a good shot it's a first edition. If it's green, I think it's like a second or third edition. All the book club editions evidently were red. I'll put a link down in the on the YouTube thing where there's some great resources on Reddit. I'm not going to just, you can hit those links if you're interested, but, there's a whole art in just finding some of these books if they are first editions and what are all the first edition points, right? But that being said, I had this book. I had gotten it a few months ago sitting on my shelf. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do with it. I'm going to try to read it again. I doubt it. Well, it turns out now after the movie released, this edition sells, I have a sold comp without the dust jacket for $50. Some of these book club editions are selling for $100 to $200. What's interesting too is on the back of the book, and a lot of book club editions. I think Random House. There's a lot of them that do this, but there's a gutter code, and it's going to be hard to see. You'll just kind of have to probably take my word for it. But kind of in the back, you see right there in the very gutter, there's a number. It's right down there. A lot of these book club editions will put a gutter code. This one had the gutter code T16, the letter T 16. If you go to a table, again, on the Reddit link, you'll see it. Some people have deciphered this, and after the book companies acknowledge it. But there's oftentimes these gutter codes will follow, the letters and the numbers will correspond to certain years and months of the year, depending on the publisher. T16, this was a April 1978 edition. So the true first edition was like 1965. But this one, even though the cover's split, it's an April 1978 gutter code T16. These are all things I would list. I think that I have a sold comp without the dust jacket, even though this is a compromised dust jacket. It is all there. I'm thinking I can still get $50 for this. I paid 75 cents for this hardback, book club edition hardback. So that classic example, I think, of selling into the hype or selling into the news with the new release of a movie. People getting on board, either wanting to read it or they like the movie and they want to go back and get an early copy of the book. But I think that hardback, I have 75 cents in it, should sell for at least 40, maybe $50 with the current market. And this one will be interesting. It's this paperback. I think it may pull the same. I have a sold comp with it plus another edition that's $105 sold on these UK editions. So lots of ways to get there, like always. The cover catches your eye, knowledge of Dune. But if you go on and do some eBay comps, just type in Dune, Herbert, and there's all these other ones. Like I said, the later editions, God Messiah of Dune, God Emperor Dune, the Messiah, Dune Messiah, Chapter House, even some of the later ones. The price on these have gone up in the last few weeks tremendously. So it's selling to you can still get them in your thrift stores. You can find them. Be on the lookout for them. I've even been amazed at some of the later 70s or 80s Dune paperbacks selling for $15 a piece. I just, I don't get it, but that's what collectors do, right? So there's your BOLO. It's check out Dune stuff. If you're in your thrift stores, you're in your library bookstores, and you see anything with Dune right now, this video 3 months from now, a year from now, that might not be the case. But with the release of the movie, the way things are, check out Dune stuff, right? Frank Herbert. And if you actually read it, congratulations from me to you. Again, something I've never been able to do. You're a better man or woman than I am if you're able to read it. I used to try to read stuff. I would power through it. I'd be like, I should like this. It's like Moby Dick. I should like this. I need to read this to say I did. Now, hey, if I read something now, there's so much good stuff out there. If I'm 30 or 40 pages into something and I'm just not digging it, I cut it loose. I just can't. There's too much other good stuff to read. So anyway, hopefully it helps. That's a BOLO for you. Anything Dune, at least look it up and check it and look on your comps. I think you'll be surprised like I was. So anyway, that's it. Bye.